Hello, hi everyone. Yeah, it's super exciting to be here today. I'm Celeste and I'm a creative lead at Brainlabs on the influencer practice.
Hi guys, I'm Josh. I'm paid social director for Influencer.
Incredible. So today we've heard a lot about influencers and creators, which is super exciting. And the reason why that is because basically, to put it really simply, brands who are winning on social, who are really diversifying their creative concepts, who are reaching their audience, are the ones who are integrating creative influencer content with paid social. And that's because 75% of people who use social media actually use social media to find the things that they want to purchase, and they're looking for advice on what to purchase. 69% of social media users and consumers trust influencer recommendations. This is something that Sue had mentioned earlier on today. And actually 25% of consumers online in the last month have bought something because an influencer recommended it. So influencers really are the new word of mouth. And it's interesting because at the beginning of the dawn of influencer industry, let's take it back to 2017, influencers and creators were seen as a bit of a novelty. But actually right now, they are that key channel driving brand awareness, consideration, that bottom line. And for us as creators and people who work in paid social, we're constantly thinking of creative concepts and co-creating with our influencers. And we've really cracked the code in terms of what it means to create creative briefs that are going to be thumb-stopping and content that's really going to drive interest. So that's what we're going to talk to you about today. So one of the first pillars of content and storytelling that we take into consideration when creating briefs is the creative element. Are we contracting influencers and creating briefs that are genuinely thumb-stopping? So we really do take that into consideration. The second part is looking at ways of making sure that our content is relevant. So relevant to our target audience lifestyle, but then also relevant in terms of trends as well. As an agency, we are data-driven. We love data. But not only that, we're also looking at what's cool, what's on the pulse, what's part of the zeitgeist. And the other part of our thumb-stopping formula is making sure that content is surprising. So it has those interesting hooks that grabs the attention of a consumer on social media. Because social media is busy, you all know that. You're all on Facebook and Instagram. So we also want to make sure that we have content hooks that that grabs attention from the beginning and holds attention right to the end. And finally, this is something that we've spoken about all throughout today, is influencers and creative organic content really needs to tap into that emotional connection, which influencers really does do very well. So I'm going to need a little bit of, both of us are going to need a little bit of audience participation with you all. We have a few pieces of content, influencer content, that we've been able to co-create with our clients. Some of you are in the room today. So we're going to show you a few pieces of content, and we want you to vote, put your hands up, to let us know which piece of content leans to the pillars that we've just spoken about. How does that sound? Good? Participation, good? Okay, great. So here's the first video. so good. I've seen this piece of content so many times and it never gets old. And this is a piece of content that we worked with our client Activision. We contracted an influencer who creates works of art by smashing glass and just creating something really, really amazing. So hands up, who thinks that this piece of content falls under the creative pillar?
Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, pretty much everyone. Okay, how about surprising?
Couple.
Oh, yeah. Okay, relevant? Okay,
Couple.
one person said it was relevant. Emotional?
No one.
No one? Okay, you ready for the answer? It is in fact surprising. And yes, you are right, it's creative because it is a creative piece of work. But the reason why we've chosen surprising is because working with this influencer, they created that hook in the video that really did drive everyone's attention to the end of the video where they showed the big reveal of the final piece. Awesome, let's go to the next one. Incredible. Again, we worked with our client Adidas and contracted an influencer to create a shoe at the time that was trending in time for Halloween. So hands up, who thinks this was creative?
Couple.
Yeah, okay. Surprising? Yeah, so he's like, yes. How about relevant?
A lot.
Yeah, good. Emotional?
No one.
No, okay. The answer is creative. I heard someone sigh over there, like, damn it. But for those of you who did raise your hands up for relevant, yes, it was relevant because it was coming up to the time of Halloween. We are approaching that time now. Creative because nobody would expect to see a shoe made out of a pumpkin or squash on the Adidas feed. Okay, you ready for the next one?
How are the decorations in your house? Tinsel. Oh my God, so tacky. Oh. Yeah, my lot are putting everything up today. It's like a museum of bad taste in there. Oh, look at the state of it in here. What are these? Ah, the Christmas tree. My greatest enemy. I wonder if you'll bring festive joy when you're in 1,000 pieces. One swoop of my hand and I will... Where did you get those? Give them to me now. Sorry to cause a scene, but if you'd just given me these earlier, we could have avoided all this. Actually love the tree. Yeah, I really like tacky. Yeah, I'll just chill here. I'm good for the next hour or so. Go wrap me another present.
This is so funny. So we worked with our client Dreamies, which is a cat treat brand. Any cat parents in the room? Yeah. Do you relate to what happened here in the video? Yeah, they're nodding. Yes. But as you can see here, a great piece of content promoting cat treats without ever once showing or mentioning a cat. So hands up for creative.
Couple.
Yeah, a couple. Surprising.
Couple.
Relevant.
Most.
Emotional.
Most.
How about all of them? Okay, you guys are lucky. All those who raised your hand for all of them, you were indeed right. That was a trick question. It was creative because, yes, as we mentioned, this was a video promoting cat treats and not a single cat was involved or harmed in the making. It was surprising. Again, people wouldn't have, and they didn't actually, people in the comments were shocked to find that this was an ad. It was relevant because, as you already know, cat parents, you can really agree with what's happening here. And we tapped into a trend, which was #ChristmasCat. And it's emotional as well, because it really does speak to that cat parent, which is awesome. So the formula for success is, yes, working with influencer to create that organic content that's really engaging. But for all of us in the room, using these 4 pillars here, it's just all about having fun and being able to dial them up and dial them down depending what product or service you are targeting your audience with. But we can't stop there. When it comes to organic content, it also needs a really great innovative page strategy to really supercharge and drive that content forward.
Brilliant, cool, thanks Celeste. So as we've seen from the Dreamies example, different content appeals to different audiences and has an effect on results. But as everybody else that's been speaking today has been mentioning, we can't just be relying on organic. We need a paid social strategy and investment to reach our audiences and drive results. Here we can see how organic and paid influencer work in tandem. Being an influencer marketing agency, we obviously need to partner with organic influencers to create content, reach their highly engaged audiences, and use their accounts to run ads from. Now, this is where paid comes in. Our internal studies show a 37% uplift in performance metrics when amplifying influencer-generated content from influencer accounts versus brand accounts. Through the use of paid, we can extend the use of content, control which audiences see our content, optimize the budget to make sure campaigns are being run efficiently, and track performance metrics from awareness to ROI. Now, here's an example from one of our clients, ACCA. ACCA are an accounting firm that tasked us to drive sign-ups to their program. I know you're thinking, accounting ads on Instagram with influencers, that's dead boring and scroll straight past it, but we were actually able to create some really cool content and drive some really great results. So the post on the left is more of a sort of polished piece of content. It's quite ad heavy and the branding's not as clear. However, the post on the right is more of an educational style piece of content. It shows the influencer sort of using the platform and studying, and the content's delivered direct to camera with a clear text overlay and branding. We can see the impact that this has on click-through rate, with the post on the right having a 16% uplift on click-through rate, meaning that this resonated with our audience more. So as we can see, different pieces of content relate to different audiences and have an impact on performance. But how do we make sure that we're investing in the right piece of content right from the start? This is why we've built the Bytesights Booster. Woo, yeah, nice. The Bytesights Booster is a piece of proprietary tech that was developed in-house at Brainlabs in partnership with Meta. It allows for analysis of organic and paid ads and allows paid teams to set up and optimize ads all within the Bytesights Booster. So let's take a look what happens when we feed some content into the booster. Straight away, the API scrapes data from the platforms, clearly labeling top-performing content by client, campaign, influencer, and platform. We wanted to make sure we had a rules engine put in place for our organic performance to detect any content that might be performing below our benchmarks. Here, teams can put in custom benchmarks, such as a 3% organic engagement rate. If a piece of content falls below this 3% engagement rate, it will detect that to us, suggesting to maybe put our budget elsewhere. And we wanted to create a really simple, user-friendly process for paid teams to set up and optimize ads within the Social Booster. So what we've done is we've created a process where paid teams can just select a live post, assign it to an ad account and campaign, and simply boost that post all within the Bytesights Booster. You'll see all of the usual processes you normally would within any other ad manager, everything from audience targeting to pixel tracking. This is a vital tool for our paid teams, meaning that no optimization is ever missed, even over weekends or during busy periods. So to round up what the Bytesights Booster has been built for, it's been built to provide seamless reporting of organic and paid ads, allowing paid teams to set up and optimize ads all within one platform. Because this has been built in-house, we'll constantly be adding new features to increase performance and efficiency. Now, this obviously has a profound effect on performance. As you can see from the graph here, where we started using the Bytesights Booster in October through to April, where we saw a massive 595% increase in click-through rate.
Incredible. So going back to what we spoke about in the beginning, those 4 content pillars to really drive that organic success is creativity, it's being surprising, it's being relevant, and then also it is touching on those emotional ties to our target audience.
Cool. So combining the creative formula with a really good paid social strategy and the Bytesights Booster, of course, we can drive some amazing results for clients. And that is the Bytesights Booster effect. Now, we're really pleased with the product we've developed in partnership with Meta, and we can't wait to use it on a campaign with you soon.